So, it's been a while, hasn't it? Yeah. But I'm back now, and I'm here today to tell you about the weird thoughts that I have at 2 a.m. when I'm lying in my bed and I should be asleep, but I'm not. Enjoy. So you know the YouTuber Lucky Penny Shop, right? He makes all these reviews of vintage products and obscure toys, and they're really fascinating. But he has this thing with his thumbnails where he just puts a random keyword relating to the product he's reviewing at the bottom of each one. And some of them can be really weird when taken out of context. Here's some examples. Gum, soup, eyeballs, spam, out, 31, furry, long. What if Bop It was an Olympic sport? Yeah, this thing.
Bop it! Twist it! Oh! Just do what it says! Score 1!
On the subject of Hasbro, you know what I absolutely despise? When a franchise goes ahead and spawns toys and none of them have the original voice actors. My Little Pony is very guilty of this. This is Twilight Sparkle from the actual show.
We've faced enemies of Equestria before, and we've always succeeded. That wouldn't be possible without all of you.
And this is what the talking Twilight toy sounds like.
Hello, I am Princess Twilight Sparkle.
Horrible. It's not just limited to Generation 4 either. I saw this singing Pip a few days ago, and her voice is so obviously auto-tuned and you can barely make out what she's supposed to be singing. Another example is this SpongeBob toy, which to my knowledge is one of the few times they didn't get Tom Kenny to voice him. Don't you just love when people put in the effort to keep track or archive really oddly specific things and then put them up online for the whole world to see? Me too. Examples of such things include the staff who worked at a specific Haven Holidays park in 2009, every single My Little Pony toy from Generation 3, and online games from the early 2010s that were taken down after Adobe Flash became obsolete. Stuff like Club Penguin or Moshi Monsters Rewritten, for instance. It's stuff like this that bring back a nostalgia that very few people can experience, and I love that. Did you know that there are some people out there who thought Tato Park was some kind of elaborate hoax? I can assure you that the place is real, it exists, and it is amazing. It's Ireland's only proper theme park, I believe, kinda like our equivalent to Alton Towers or whatever. Sadly, it only has one roller coaster currently, though I heard they're gonna be adding more in the future. And yes, before you ask, it is owned by a company that makes potato crisps. You can even go and look inside their factory. Satisfying. I have never been to Butlins in my whole life, and I kind of regret it. It looks like the kind of place my younger self would have probably dreamt about. And that is why I'm going now as an adult. Because who says you're too old to enjoy fairground rides and helter-skelter water slides and getting your picture taken with Rainbow the dog from the Skyline gang? I did go to Haven though. It was cool. Does anyone remember Pillow Petz? Of course you do, you've seen the commercial. But why hasn't anyone taken the idea yet by making like Pillow Petz style plush commissions? I would, no joke, actually commission one. In fact, I managed to get this art made of my persona as a pillow pet. Plenty of knockoffs of the originals have existed before, so surely one-offs wouldn't be that bad. I've noticed in the first Animal Crossing game for the GameCube, the only thing you could really customize was your gender. Everything else was just randomly generated for you. Meanwhile, in New Horizons, you can customize literally everything except for your gender. And no, choosing a style doesn't count. It gives you the same options anyways. I still remember when Peppa Pig was a relatively obscure show on Milkshake back in the day, and aired alongside stuff like Barney, Bear in the Big Blue House, High Five, Roly Poly Oly, and Mechanic. Speaking of Peppa, has anyone seen those images of what she looks like from the front? Yeah, those haunt my dreams. Speaking of things that haunt my dreams, let's talk Furbies. There's a reason the batteries in this thing haven't been in it for several years. It's demonic. Oh, you hear that? It's time for the quickfire round. Ferrets are basically a cross between a cat, a mouse, and a snake. The greatest invention of our time is the magnetic screwdriver. In an alternate dimension, do birds go to the Build-A-Human workshop? I want to see an orchestra where the only instruments are otamatones. Does Ryder from Paw Patrol have parents? How did he afford all this stuff? Bluey has no right to be this good. And finally, what is the worst board game in existence and why is it Screwball Scramble? Seriously, that thing's difficult. So, yeah. There you have it, a video about the weird thoughts I have when it's 2 AM and I'm lying in my bed and I can't get to sleep. If you enjoyed this video, then please consider subscribing, maybe ring that little bell so you never miss a video whenever I, do make a video. And by the way, I have merch now. You can buy your very own Jellybean the Corgi Persona pins over at jellybeanthecorgi.com. There's less than 50, so if you want to get one, then you better get your paws on it fast. But yeah, I shall hopefully see you in the next video, which may or may not be an unboxing video. See you then.